Brothers and sisters, to break the grip of corruption and black money, we have decided that the 500 rupee and 1000 rupee currency notes presently in use will no longer be legal tender from midnight to night, that is 8th November 2016. This means that these notes will not be acceptable for transaction from midnight onwards. The 500 and 1000 rupee notes hoarded by anti-national and anti-social elements will become just worthless piece of paper.
But what I do want to point out is that in the process of demonetization, monumental mismanagement has been undertaken, about which today there is no two opinions in the country as a whole. Even those who say that this measure will do harm or will cause distress in the short run, but be in the interest of the country in the long run. Well, I am reminded of what John Keynes said once, in the long run, all of us dead. And therefore, it is important to take note.
Do you believe, as Vice Chairperson of the Niti Aayog, is one of the government's foremost voices on economics, that demonetization serves the Indian economy well in the long run? Does it have economic logic behind it?
Oh, absolutely. There are plenty of studies that have been done that show that corruption is in the way of both economic efficiency and growth. So the broad evidence actually, and the World Bank over the years has produced several of these studies that show that corruption.
I'd like to know from the Prime Minister the names of any countries he may think of where people have deposited their money in the banks, but they are not allowed to withdraw their money. This alone, I think, enough to condemn what has been done in the name of greater good to the people in the world. And, sir, I would further like to...
This is the first time in a developing economy a Prime Minister says that, look, we got to do a clean-up job here, and systematically proceeds to do that.
All of that is totally true. But the first question is, could this not have been done in a way that softened the blow on ordinary people? Because the principal victims of this have been ordinary people, in that the fat cats somehow always seem to have a way of being able to buffer the blow for themselves, for the most part. They make, quote unquote, in the lovely Indian phrase, adjustments. They've adjusted this and adjusted that.
ईमानदारी का लाभ है, ये कल रात के बाद इस देश के नागरिकों को पहली बार लगने लगा। जिनके पास ऐसा साधन या पैसा है जो ईमानदारी से कमाया नहीं हुआ, वो सब चिंता में है। और जो ईमानदारी का जीवन दे रहे थे, उन सब के चेहरे पर मुस्कुराहट है। जितने
If you really wanted to do such a major operation, you know there are 2 lakh ATMs in the country. Could you not at least print new notes of the same size? Or if you have to print the new size, could you not recalibrate the ATM so it can take the new size?
There are a lot of shops that accept these debit cards. You can get it from them, so that the people who don't have debit cards, and there are a lot of such people in our country also, they can use those resources where cash is absolute.
So again, a question of, is it insufficient planning? Is it carelessness? Is it just an obsession with secrecy and the sudden strike, the surgical strike that they love to talk about? What is it?
But once they got into it, they started tweaking and then started worrying about it and how best to fix the problems which were arising. So I think in America we call it Monday morning quarterbacking, meaning after the event you say, you could have thought through something like that. But this is such a big thing. In that sense, I agree with my friend Manmohan Singh that it is a very big thing. But because it's so very big, it is very difficult to say you can really sort out everything ahead of time. And a good policy consists not in the infeasible art of anticipating every problem, but being smart on the move. So as soon as problems arise, you tweak the thing. Like I mean, you know, the Income Tax Amendment Act on November 28, which changes a little bit what was done on November 8 when the thing was announced. That is part of the tweaking. So what you want...
इस देश में इकोनॉमी कैशलेस हो, देश में लोगों को चेक या प्लास्टिक करेंसी के माध्यम से कार्य करने की एक शैली बढ़े, ब्लैक मनी किसी का मौलिक अधिकार नहीं है, ब्लैक मनी में डील करना कोई फंडामेंटल राइट नहीं है कि भाई हमारा तो एक आदत बनी हुई है हम करेंगे, और उस आदत को बदलना पड़ेगा, आपको पूरी दुनिया में बदली है.
जैसे we can implement the scheme and at the same time prevent this distress that has been caused to the common people. It is no good that every day the banking system comes with modification of the rules, the conditions under which people can withdraw money. That reflects very poorly on the Prime Minister's office, on the Finance Minister's office, and on the Reserve Bank of India. I am very...
See, one thing is such a demonetization is disinflationary. Okay? It is basically disinflationary in nature because it will take out a lot of demand. Okay?
Convinced me that the way the scheme has been implemented, it's a monumental management failure, and in fact, it is a case of organized loot and legalized plunder.
अकाउंट्स में बेनामी संपत्ति को जब्त करने का कानून बनाना, उसके बाद एक बहुत सक्सेसफुल आईडीएस स्कीम लाना जिसमें 65-66-68 हज़ार के करीब करोड़ रुपया डिक्लेयर हुआ, और उसके बाद आप इस तरह से आप करें जिस निर्णय से लोगों के ऊपर एक कानूनी बाध्यता हो जाए कि अब वो बैंकिंग ट्रांजैक्शंस के...
It will help more and more people come into the tax net. As you know, in India, the tax base is very small. I am told it's as much as only 4% of the population.
मुझे समझ गए हैं, इतने दिन उनको समझ नहीं आया, लेकिन जरा ये डोज ज्यादा आया तो समझ आया. लेकिन ये एंड नहीं है, ये पूर्ण विराम नहीं है. मैं आज खुल करके कहता हूं, ये पूर्ण विराम नहीं है. देश में भ्रष्टाचार, बेईमानी बंद करने के लिए मेरे दिमाग में और भी कई प्रोजेक्ट चल रहे हैं.